All right, let's say 9:29 in the morning. So right up on that 1 hour mark, do a recap video. Um, had a couple losses that really got me on some slippage. I'm trying to get out at about $100 on these losses, and I had one go 220. And so I hit the button, at the 100. I'm on a button guy. I don't really put them in there when I enter the trades because I'm scalping so much. But yeah, 8 trades, winners, $1,235, $440 losers. So after commissions, $657 into the account today. Trading for 1 hour. I'm going to be done. I usually quit around 9:30 Central. It's 10:30 Eastern. If I've had my day made, my day's made. $500 a day is what I try to do in 1 hour, and I can go do other stuff. I'm going to the beach today. My dog is at the vet today, and so worried about him. He's got a little surgery. So then we'll go walk on the beach and have a little lunch with some friends, and then work on other stuff in the afternoon. We turn that down. The market's ripping. Maybe we luck into another trade here right at 10:30. Been struggling there. The market's been trickling down. Maybe get a little uptrend going. Pat on the back screen back there. Should have turned him down. He's on a tear today, Pat Whelan. So anyway, yeah, it was a good trading day, another positive day. So on the week, and this we started this account yesterday. So $1,288 in this funded straight to funded Tradeify account, and didn't have many losses. Just two losses yesterday for a total like $160. Today had a little more losses. Had that one big one for 220, and then some little ones, but still average loss of 148. So three at 148, and I had 12 trades, winning 790, commissions out. So 657 green after commissions and after losses today. I'll take it. And let's see here. Yeah. So basically, just use tried and true using the book maps. This is free over at Alex's channel. Um, there is his name right there, Alex TWB. It's synced up within a couple of seconds. When the advancers or decliners start kicking butt, I just look and see if I've got any setups at the same time. If it looks favorable, I jump into a trade. Probably missing one right now. We'll go ahead and do a trade now, right in front of you here, and take out a little bit more money here. All right, so that was a loser, but you got to get out when you see the 100. I was late on that. When you see the candle here, we're on 30 seconds. So there you go. That's how fast you could lose a little bit of money. $75 lost. And so I was late talking to you two guys on this video. It cost me $75. So what I'm going to do is sit here and make that back. I'm going to change this to 2. Here, what you could do, we'll just keep this video going, and we'll wait for another opportunity, and we will make that money back. What I do is I usually go ones when I get closer to the time for quitting, and I go down to ones. And if I lose when it gets closer to time to quit, then I'll just go back to my normal 2 lots, and then we'll wait for another opportunity. That was a great push. So when we had literally while I was sitting here talking on the camera, I was just explaining to you the previous setups, and I was a little late. It already was running, and I had to actually turn the sound down recording this. I should have hit the button and did the sale. So I got there a little late. I saw some green, but only like $20. And so I got out when I saw $75. And that's what I didn't get any slippage on that one, thank goodness. So I lost $75 right there. Let's just stay with this and I'll find us another trade here. Hunting around for one. And but basically we're just waiting for volume. If we get us a nice spike up or down, doesn't matter to me, then we'll take a quick scalp or attempt to, and see if we can't get some of that money back. Still, we're above where we want to be, trying to make 500 a day after commissions. We got 581. So I'll look at that as I got $81 I could lose, still have my day, but I'll try to make that other money back, get it back above 600. Little consolidation here, so we'll just see what happens. This certainly could be a continuation down from the middle of this linear channel. I don't know. This is the way it goes. First your money, second your clothes. My old Chinese mentor used to say. Right now, we're just waiting for volume. It's really, really low. This is why I usually try to wrap up around 9:30 Central. Certainly, do not try to take any trades after 10 unless I happen to be in something. Like if you just get on one of those monumental runners, especially if you're trading micros. Now, this is a full mini, so I just like to scalp. If I'm trading micros, I will let those run a little longer. Maybe use an ashy candle style to get some runners, and then follow those runners like this runner, if you was doing minis, but I'm not doing minis. I'm doing the full ones. See what we got here. We're going to take one right here and right there. So you saw it live right there, folks. I just that was a little flat bottom breakdown, and we had the momentum up here. We got the decliners far exceeding more than 2 million than the advancers. If you see on the top right of my screen there, and I went ahead and jumped into trade right when that started to initiate, and we pulled that out. We got us right back up to what we had lost, so right back to $670 on the day in profit. That's a 1,335 total. And yeah, you just watched me get into a trade late because I was cutting this video as a wrap up, and you sat with me. This video should go viral. You sat with me to watch right and make that money back the right way of not missing it. So this is so easy, y'all. If anybody wants to sit for an hour in the morning and make some money, this could be learned. You're on a 30-second chart. You're watching for these, some people call them pinnets, flags, flat top breakouts, flat bottom breakouts, whatever. You're basically waiting for momentum. Okay, you could watch candlesticks and put numerical values in these, or you can use a Bookmap. There's a lot of different tools that does the same thing, but you need to be able to see your advancers and your decliners. Okay, and when you get an advancer and decliner, if you have a software that also gives you an audible, so you don't have to always watch it. I have mine set, or this gentleman has his set to be audible. And you could get your own book map, so you don't have to be fancy. You don't have to have the bubbles on the screen. You don't have to have the order book. You don't have to have your liquidity, which is what all these lines are. You could grow into adding all of that. You could strip this thing down where you just got just your advancers and your decliners, and then you just got a chart and you got an order button. And you certainly could do it those ways, right? And you see where I got out. We show you on the chart. I got in right here with that 130-second impulse candle. Had I stayed, look, it reversed right back to my entry point. That's why I do micro scalping, and because micro scalping is much easier to control your risk. I'm not worried about this continuing all the way down. I'm just worried about it. Can I get $100, $200 out of it in these little small moves? Because if you go up to a 5-minute candle, these moves you can't even see them. See, there's 5-minute candles since open. You really can't see this. You got to drill all the way down and trade on these 30 seconds to 1-minute candles, and then understand chart patterns and breaker structures and things like that, and then have your orders, your advances and decliners, and then have that coupled to sound. And then it's kind of easy. There's a lot of other things on the chart. I've got volume indicators, lets me know when the market overall is coming down, which means the moves won't be so moved. We've got this relative strength index down here, just lets us know like who's in control, buyers or sellers, right? And and it's real simple to read. When the yellow line's down below, that means at some point buyers are going to come back into the market. When it's all the way up top, sellers are going to come into the market, or people are going to start taking profits, which means selling. And so you just want to make sure you know where you are, and that to me has more to do with how much I bet. If we're really, really oversold and we're starting to get volume spikes and it's been selling off all day, I might start loading up more lots and waiting for a reversal to the upside. But if we're like right in the middle and it's choppy, then I cut my size down. And these indicators help me determine kind of how much I risk. And that's a feel thing that you just got to get on the desk and do a lot of paper trading and journaling and like saying, what if I'd done this? What if I'd done that? And then that's how you kind of get a feel for what you like to do. If you're sitting here biting your fingernails and your blood pressure is through the ceiling, then your setups and your styles not suiting with how you're trading. And that's really, at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, as they say. And at the end of the day, however you trade with all the millions of tools that are available to you, that puts money in the bank and allows you to do that without, having a heart attack, then that's what it is. But I make 500-600. Sometimes I make $1,000. Sometimes this my total profit, I have no losses, and this over here, that 670 would be close to 1,000, because if I wouldn't have had these 515 in losses, I'd have the 1335 today minus the commission, so it would be over $1,000 today. I don't worry about that, because you're going to have some losses, because on your 30-second candles, they'd be pretty volatile. But that's why of course I watch the VIX all day long for that part of it. But that's why I want my advancers decliners. Like right now, we should be taking this trade. Let's just watch it. I'm not going to, as I'm late. But our advancers is outpacing our decliners, not by much, but look at the candle. So break of this top is a trade. Look right there, 167. There's 10 points was made right there. and it's still going. It's still going. Advances decliner. So this next candle print should keep going. You're watching it with me in real time. You guys look how easy this is. All right, now it's neutralizing. So from the time it broke the previous candle structure, 64 to 69, 670. So a little 5-point bump. That was a small one, and that's why we didn't get a lot of sound from it, because it didn't have a lot of impact behind it. So I really wanted to hear that like that, man. When it starts like that, that's when my hairs on the back of my neck goes up. Anyway, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'm trying to get my count up so I can get monetized. Thank you. Bye-bye.